Go on. Go on that website. No one's watching. No one's going to know. Teachers are saying it's healthy. Maybe I should do it. Nothing's going to happen. Just buy that chocolate. It's... Look, it's so cheap. I'm buying something else anyway, so I might as well. Oh, look, it fits my calories as well. I have to buy it now. Making food is going to take too long. I might as well just go and buy some fast food. It's not that unhealthy, right? I mean, it still has protein. Just skip this prayer. Allah is all forgiving, right? You're tired right now, and you can always make it up later. It's not essential, right? Sound familiar, bro? These are some of the voices that we constantly have berating our minds, stopping us from achieving our potential, stopping us from being better versions of ourselves. Now, recently, I watched a lecture. It was about OCD, but the lecturer talked about how you can get waswasa, which is whispering, not only from shaitan, but whispering also comes from your nafs. Now, in the self-improvement sphere, the kind of alternative to the nafs that they have is kind of the monkey brain, lizard brain, indulgent side of yourself. Well, Islamically, we know that it's the nafs. The nafs is the thing that tells you, I want this now. I want this right now. Give me this. I don't want to do that. It's too hard. That is the nafs. The nafs wants you to stay weak. It wants you to stay that pathetic, weak, fat or skinny, indulgent, unable to control his desires, inferior person. Your nafs is constantly calling you to depravity, constantly calling you to sins, constantly calling you to just worsen your life in exchange for some pleasure that it wants right now. I want you to realize it's not you talking to yourself when these thoughts appear in your head. Why would it be you? Why would you actively want to sacrifice your own future just so you can have this piece of chocolate right now? These whisperings, these constant desires that you have, it's not you. I think it's around 70,000 thoughts that we have every single day. Maybe even more than that for some people. Every single one of those thoughts cannot be from you. It's kind of spurgy, kind of weak ramblings that go on your head before you either not do a bad habit or actually do the bad habit and fall into the desire. Isn't it almost demonic? The nafs is very, very selfish. It only cares about itself. It doesn't care what happens in 5 years after you eat all this junk food every single day. It doesn't care. It wants you to do what it wants right now. I want you to try something next time you kind of hear these whisperings, yeah? As soon as you get that urge, as soon as you get that thought of doing something or looking at something you're not supposed to, immediately say no to yourself. Say no to your nafs. Immediately seek protection. Of course, this isn't going to be easy. If you're seeking self-development, self-improvement, then you've probably been listening to your nafs this whole entire time. I know I've done. This picture right here isn't of someone who says no to their nafs. This is someone who's consumed by their nafs. It's let their nafs take over. Saying no to something you really want to do is going to be very, very difficult. But luckily for you, there is hope. I'm a living example of the possibility of saying no. I'd say saying no to your nafs is kind of like a skill you need to build. You cannot get bigger muscles if you never show up at the gym. The same way you can't gain experience in saying no to yourself if you don't say no to yourself. With any skill, with any video game, with any exercise, it's going to be hard at the beginning. Let's get into some tips which helped me a lot. Think about the consequences. I know it's going to be difficult. In the moment, you don't really care about them, but please try to think about them. Think about your future self that you're literally harming by doing the stuff that you do right now. Think about it. Try to activate the logical side of your brain every time you get these kinds of thoughts. Activate that side of your brain and actively fight against it. Think about the regret, the shame, the general depression you might feel. Aren't you tired of it by now? I know I got tired of it. Well, let's get a bit heated, yeah? Mindlessness. Where's your higher order thinking at, bro? You are not some dog on the street. You're not some animal. You're not some animal who can't control his urges. One of the gifts we have of being human is the fact that we can say no to our urges. How are you different from any animal? How are you different from some random monkey who just eats and sleeps and fornicates? How are you different from some average monkey who just eats, sleeps, does whatever he wants. How are you different? Some people are just exactly like that. All they do is eat, sleep, consume, just sit there. In some ways, the monkey might be even better than you. At least the monkey moves about and does stuff. Come on, bro, just perform some greater jihad, please. I want to read this quote to you. Imam al-Ghazali: declare your jihad on 13 enemies you cannot see. Egoism, arrogance, conceit, selfishness, greed, lust, intolerance, anger, lying, cheating, gossiping, slandering. If you can master and destroy them, then you'll be ready to fight the enemy you can see. Alright, that's it for this video, bro. Take care of yourself, man.
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب